episode 114. I'm going to wait for you all to get connected. Hello, Ellen Betancourt. You're the first name that I see today. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're watching this on the replay, just fast forward a few seconds to get to the start. Hey, Danielle. Hi, Tina Marie. It's great to see you all. Thank you for joining me. I was just, as usual, in the process of finding us the best starting composition that I could find. This is a fairly a newly renovated park that I don't even know the name of, to be honest. We're gonna have to, I'll try to remember to check the name of it. Okay, I can see it. I'll show you the sign. It's a mouthful, the name of this park. We're on the edge of the Marais. Hi, Belinda, I can see you there. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for hitting the old thumbs up there, the like button, if you don't mind. I think that would help us out. And I'll just give you all a few more seconds to file in and get through whatever ads YouTube throws at you, etc. And then we'll jump in. Lois says she likes the random concrete slabs. Okay, let's jump into it, everybody. Thank you. Oh, I got some info here, actually. Someone. Thank you, Laurent à Paris says the building is the Bibliothèque de l'Arsenal. We are in the area of l'Arsenal, it's true. And let me show you, well, I'll show you the name of this place. We're right on the edge of the Marais. Let me give you the lay of the land. I will admit that this episode is 100% random today. I wasn't able to prepare a proper itinerary for us, but that's okay, because when you're in the Marais, you can always find something lovely. Yeah, I was just going to mention that, Lisa Chorney. She says it's looking so green everywhere. And we have definitely hit our stride in terms of the springtime lushness coming through. It's pretty much everywhere. I may be in the process of losing my voice a little bit. So if you can hear that, it's just the way it is today. I'm looking at a building that it's going to come into frame called the Pavillon de l'Arsenal, so we are absolutely in that area. The eastern edge of the Marais, really to get your bearings, is between the Marais and Bastille. We are on bike today. So I will show you the sign and the name of this little park. So, and it has been recently renovated and redone. Now, what's interesting here, we've got a staircase, and that chunk of stone that you see behind the railing in the center of the screen is an old piece of, if I'm not mistaken, the wall of Charles V. One of the old medieval walls, would have been 14th century. The same time that the Bastille fortress was built in this area, there was also a wall involved as well. So this is when they renovated the park and redid it recently, they kept this chunk of stone just right here in the center of your screen. That is the 14th century wall that would have been part of the protection here on the eastern edge of town. And I can't go down, as you can see, the stairs won't allow us to go down by bike, but know that there is a sign that, hopefully you can see that plaque on the left. So if you come to this area, if you come to the square, you can read up about that chunk of wall. I love it when they keep those little pieces of Paris around like that. Speaking of La Bastille, some of you may know, if you're really into the hidden treasures and secrets of Paris, very close to us there is a piece of one of the last remaining pieces of the fortress of La Bastille, one of the towers. So why don't we go check that out? But first, I'll just give you the opposite perspective of this park. You can see there are some benches and whatnot. Beautiful day. It's very windy. You might hear some gusts of wind in the old microphone today, but other than that, stunning. And we're just going to ride around today. We're just going to wing it and sling it. That's a nice splash of color, even though it's construction. That's not permanent, but I like I like that blue there for some reason. So if you're just joining, we are in the area known as l'Arsenal, between the Marais and Bastille, and my voice is cracking a little bit today, I don't know why. So if you hear me squeak every now and then, that's why. Especially trying to talk over the traffic. So how about we go find that piece of the old Bastille for those of you who aren't familiar, because we've got another park just across the way here. This is called the Square Henri Galli. Or would it be Gailly? It's a double L. I don't know. Sometimes it's usually it's Gailly. But when it's a name, all bets are off. It could be Henri Galli, but you get the idea. So this right here is a real treat. This is, as I said before, one of the very, very rare remaining pieces of the Bastille prison. That the prison itself wasn't here, but they relocated this during the Revolution, of course, when they were tearing it apart. And there is a sign here that I don't know if we'll be able to read. Right next to that kid is a placard that will tell you about it. This is a tower. If I'm not mistaken, there were 9 towers of the Bastille originally, and this was one of them called, and I'm reading the plaque, the Tour de la Liberté, so the Liberty Tower, which is an ironic name because it was dismantled during the Revolution. All right, here we go. I don't know where we're going today. How about we just head into the Marais a little bit? Try to find some of those nice quiet side streets. Not in a hurry today. I don't have any particular itinerary in mind. We're just going to enjoy the weather. Roam around. That's why you may have noticed I didn't even give this episode a title, because I had no idea what it was going to be about. We'll find out maybe. Maybe I'll have to give it a title retroactively. Yeah, Ellen says, oh, there's that awesome building. Yeah, it is an awesome building. Sorry I passed by it. I showed that in a very early episode. I think it's episode number 2 of this series, believe it or not. Episode number 2, I showed that building. So we are in the Marais here. And I like this. A lot of these streets have the old medieval layout. This is an old throwback to the architecture that was here before. Just a standalone entrance. See the name up there. I certainly have books that explain what this is and the history of it. I do not have any of those books on me though at the moment. Pretty cool though, that's just hanging out there in the middle of the street. We're on the street where Jim Morrison died in his apartment. And this is the Rue Charles V. Sorry for the camera work there. Maybe I'll show you the status of the Village Saint-Paul, all those little courtyards that have been under a major construction for, feels like at least a couple of years now. You can tell we're in the land of the Hôtel Particulier. Because even though a lot of this has been broken up into apartments, like this whole building would have been one of them, one of those early mansions. Pretty sky today, pretty sky for us. It was on this street that a very infamous criminal a woman poisoned a bunch of people. Her name was Brinvilliers, and that is quite a crazy story. One of those deep, dark, mysterious murder stories, murder mystery stories of Paris. The retro shop there. So it's been a long time since I've been in the Village Saint-Paul because it's been pretty much a mess for a long time. But one day it's going to be all spiffed up and cleaned up. Unfortunately, I can't access it by bike, so we're going to have to try another entrance of this place. Oh, look at this. I love this throwback. These here are wooden cobblestones. This is all wood. I don't know if you can see the grain. And Paris at one time was paved all over the place with wooden cobbles before they put stone everywhere, because it was easier on the horses' hooves of the carriages, and it was a lot quieter as well for the neighbors. But then they switched, for practical reasons, they switched to stone, cobblestones. Hopefully this will be a trip down memory lane for some of you who have been through here. The Village Saint-Paul. And it does look like it's in much better shape. A lot of antique shops. And so essentially, if you're not familiar, this is a series of courtyards all connected to each other. And you can just move from one to the next. It's really a lovely quiet respite from the rest of the Marais. That's new there, that wooden structure. Yeah, a lot of new stuff here. Look at these birdhouses they propped up there. This is nice. This is certainly the best shape I've seen this place in for a while, for many years. A couple of restaurants here too. This is a lovely hat shop. Every now and then, some of you ladies, I've taken you into this hat shop. Really beautiful woman named Véronique, who is French, but just super friendly and willing to welcome tourists and visitors into her shop. And she makes just incredible hats in her workshop here. She's been here for decades. And she does some scarves and jewelry and whatnot. So come by and say hello to Véronique one day if you want. She'll treat you well. This looks like it'll be, they'll probably put grass in here eventually. Look at this tree, by the way. We got to scale up this tree because it's, you get the sense that it's been here since the Bastille days. Whew. Look at that beauty. Look at that, it just keeps going and going. Oh, I just saw something very interesting that they installed, something brand new. They've got a little scale model of Village Saint-Paul. It's wonderful. It's so great to see it from this angle. I've heard that this area was one of the very last in the Marais to get cleaned up in, fresh water and get the tuberculosis out and all of the grime and the grit and giving people satisfactory living conditions. Apparently, this used to be a very, very nasty area, the Village Saint-Paul. There's something I like about this view of all the shutters open. I've got metal shutters in my house, but I really would prefer these more old-style wooden ones, for sure. I know that's stupid to complain about your shutters. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Just saying. And this is some of the original wood beam ceiling, exposed every now and then. Corinne says the shutters are awesome. So we're going to get a nice view of the church, Saint-Paul Saint-Louis. If I can get down this, okay. That's always a fun view. And they've been redoing the outside of St. Paul Village as well, so you can see a lot of these nice, crisp, clean, colorful facades. All right, let's go onward. See if I can't get us some couple of views of whatchamacallit, wisteria, because 'tis the season, as you probably know. Seeing as the wisteria in my own backyard mysteriously all died this year, which I'm still heartbroken about, I just come in town and vicariously enjoy others. We're on the Rue Charlemagne. Looks like we've got some kind of film shoot happening here. I really love this ivy, and of course it's just starting to grow in this time of year. Love this house. Wow, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. They're planning out some sort of filming location there. Look at this color here. It's a beautiful salmon color. I've always loved this. A lot of people out today. Yeah, so there's some wisteria up here in front of the photography museum. Here on the left. Maybe we'll make our way over to the Au Vieux Paris d'Arcole to see if that famous wisteria is looking all right these days. Let's cross it. Hotel de Beauvais. Some of you know the story of that. It's really fun. I won't get into it on this episode, but... Oh, and then I know for some of you, probably your favorite cafe in the area. Looks like it's still doing all right. Still there. And Paris, I have to say, on this warm Saturday afternoon is feeling rather alive. Whoa, look at the people at the meringue shop. I'm surprised that that meringue shop is open, in fact. We are getting close, though. The government laid out a plan where every 2 weeks more and more things are going to open up now. So we're definitely on the path toward that. Oh, I got to give somebody a super chat shout out. Missed that. Thank you, Bonnie Turbeville. I appreciate that. Saint-Gervais. Oh, it's looking good. Thank you, David Dubois, my friend, for that support in the comments. Appreciate that. This church is just so well placed in the square. You know, sometimes these a building is just perfectly framed by what's around, and I know that that was intentional, of course. Doors are open, but with a bike, I don't think we're going to be able to pop in. Where were we headed? Oh yeah, we're going to go try to find that wisteria at the restaurant. Thanks, Adriano. I appreciate it. Adriano says, great job. Hotel de Ville, the back of it. Let's see, what's our mode of attack here? Thank you, Peggy Baker. I appreciate that so much. That's so sweet. That thing is cool. It's actually been a while since I've been over here. This is great this time of year with the blossoms of these trees. Look at that. That is a nice way to approach the cathedral. I think the last time I was on a bike and I showed you this live was the Halloween tour that I did way back. The Weird, the Wicked, and the Wolves. I remember coming through here at night. Boy, whatever trees these are, they are spectacular when they're in bloom. That's lovely. All right, let's check out the wisteria situation. C'est gentil, monsieur, merci. Crowded here. Let me stop and give you the proper once over. No, just saw Freddie, the manager. All right. We're getting close to the end of the wisteria season, so it's nice that we can enjoy that together before it's too late. This is always such a great view of Notre Dame, but nowadays it's not quite the same, is it? Come on, bike, you can do it. Let's go. Sorry, I fell off. That's great with the shadow cutting through there. That's beautiful. One of my favorite streets around here for sure. You know, I get a sense today of something that I haven't noticed in a long, long time in Paris, which is people, and I assume they're locals, but there's a sense of tourism. There's a sense of people just being flaneur and walking around and enjoying the area. That is something that I gotta admit I haven't sensed in a long time, and it was kind of depressing. Beautiful day for shadow, light and shadow today. Thank you, Seyorzi Girvan. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but she says merci, merci, merci. That's a beautiful name. I just wish I could pronounce it. Seyorzi? Thank you so much. And Virginia Robinson, I see you there as well. Thanks, everybody, for the support. Appreciate it. Let's continue. So you can see, like, good luck getting past that barrier, at least on your bike. The sidewalk's open there, but the street is not. You really get the sense people are just ready to be outside. They're just ready. So I know you want to see the view to the right. It's still a work in progress, very much so. There's a guy playing a piano here. I love these street musicians that bring a piano. That's hardcore. Look at the people. Almost feels like a normal Saturday in Paris. It's insane. If you don't already know, Midnight in Paris filmed here. Owen Wilson sitting at a cafe. Today it's called the Café Siam. And the city is hopping today, my goodness. Something's going on here. Bestie's Bakery, is that new? Bestie's Bakery. This is the back of Saint-Nicolas Chardonnay. We got to check on the name if it's de Chardonnay or du Chardonnay. That's a very easy mistake to make. I think it's du Chardonnay. And in this area, I've always loved this corner building that you're going to see right here, this with a cafe at the base of it. I've always loved that. Feels cinematic somehow. Hold up, we're gonna go down here. There are some nice quiet streets over here. Here we've got an Art Nouveau building. And you can see the rather reserved balconies, 20s and 30s style. A lot of music out in the streets today. This, for whatever reason, there are tons of travel agencies on either side in this one street. I'm a sucker for when there's a two-level street, like you've got the upper level there to the right, and then this level here. I don't know why, that always seems very, very interesting to me. A beautiful old rickety door, just right there. Oh, look at this bike someone parked here. Someone just said Art Deco in the comments. I hope that's what I call that building because it's what I meant to say. Because it is Art Deco. I hope I didn't misspeak. Something about these travel agencies like to get colorful. And they're broken up here. So that one says Latin America next to North Africa, or North America, sorry. Latin America, North America. Over here it says Islands and Oceanie. So the ocean locales. And this is a whole storefront just for Greece. It says Greece up there. Oh, let's look back this way because back it up, back it up. The sunlight is doing us some favors today. Thanks everybody for joining me live. We've got a nice little turnout today. I appreciate it. We are just on a bike roaming around if you're just joining live. We started in the Marais. We're in the Latin Quarter now, 5th arrondissement. This here is the Collège des Bernardins. This is a spectacular building if you ever get a chance to go inside. And you can during the day. There's the public is allowed in. Beautiful pillars and vaulted archways inside. Part of an old, if memory serves, part of an old monastery here for the Les Bernardins. Or the Bernardins. You gotta slip that R in the middle because I'm just looking at the sign here. Les Bernardins. As in Bernard. Lest my pronunciation be less than perfect. Look at that, you can see me there. Beautiful. Ah, with the reflection. So yes, Le Collège des Bernardins. Check it out. If you're in this area, we are on the street that is called, I have no idea what the street is called. But it's one of the rare leftover Gothic buildings of the Latin Quarter. And it's huge. Ooh, it got quiet on this street. That is appreciated. Check out this building here to our right. Check out, check out, check out, check out. Corbel, 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 corbel. Love it. Ooh. Open doorway. But there's a resident there, so we don't want to bother that person. Some last arches over there for the collège, and we'll be on our way. Where to now? Where to now? We just got to kind of follow our noses here. All right, I'll go this way. We're on the Boulevard Saint-Germain. Ooh, I just saw a doorway. This, by the way, this could turn into a door tour because I happen to know there are tons of beautiful doors right in this area. Look at this one. Oh, that's a beauty. Thank you, Andrea Miles. She says so much. Oui, merci. Appreciate that. Andrea freaking Miles. Man, stunning. The whole building, look at this thing. Just lovely. Hey, should we try that? I think I'm going to try that right now. All right, so where to? See the bouquinistes doing their thing. I'm sure they're happy to open up. We've got part of the Sorbonne over here, this modern building. So you see a lot of students in this area for sure. Let's go up a hill. Look at that. That's worth losing all my momentum on the hill for. That's great. I wonder if that's being used by the school also. Come on, quads, you can do this. Okay, we got a treat on this street though, Rue Clovis. Woo. This is that old chunk of the wall of Philippe Auguste jutting out of the side of this building. Love it. This was one of the very early Sorry folks, I lost you there for a minute, lost connection. So I had to abandon the medieval wall. Just wasn't getting any service in that one spot. We're coming up on the Saint-Étienne-du-Mont, Panthéon. This is bringing it around full circle. This is where episode 1 was of this series. So that's pretty cool. And let's turn this thing around. Oh, this is a great view. Again, the sunlight's really helping us out today. And something tells me the church behind us is going to look spectacular. Good stuff. Someone told me there was a movie filmed here once on the steps. I'm not sure if that's true or not, never heard of it. Oh, thanks, House Manning. Says loving this tour. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm glad you're here. Oh, this car's turning. Okay. I want to show you a restaurant that once it reopens, you should know it has amazing confit de canard, and it's called La Méthode. Je vous filme pas. Excusez-moi. La Méthode. Je partage le fait que vous faites le meilleur confit de canard ici. Donc je partage avec mes abonnés. Au revoir, bonne journée. So yes, you want the duck confit there. La méthode. La, da, 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 da. Oh, the blue and the ochre, huh? Ochre and blue, ochre and blue. Do, 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 do. Ochre and blue decorations on every Christmas tree. Extra bonus points if you can tell me in the comments what movie that's from. Heather Jackson's got a fun comment about the duck confit. Yes, for those who don't know, that's how I measure any restaurant against the others, is this duck confit. I've always loved this view from this intersection. With or without, you can, optional to include the red bistro. So good. Notre Dame in the distance. And let's see, where we're gonna go. I can never pass up this street in front of us. It's beautiful and medieval, and it feels so right, and I can never pass it up. It's called the Rue Lano. Look at how perfect this is. Oh, look at these fun paintings. They got an art gallery here. Colosseum. Oh, this is fun too. Look at that. Creative. With the little chimney pots on top. And if you're not in that kind of mood, you can pick up a Ziggy Stardust. Little dead end alleyway. I came through here on one episode. I can't remember exactly which one. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit freaked out because right here is supposed to be a historic, really cool restaurant called Le Coupe Chou. And I don't see any signage, so I was worried, but I saw a little something in the window. So are they going to redo the signage? Because I'm kind of freaked out that they're gone for good. I really hope that's not the case. I told a story once on camera about this place where the Beatles came after a concert in Paris. And they served the Beatles upstairs. And speaking of Andrea freaking Miles, we had dinner there. Andrea, you and your daughter, with Juan Ulloa. That was a fun night, fun dinner. Collège de France. This is kind of fun because I'm touching upon a lot of different locations from all the back episodes. It's almost like a best of, like a greatest hits without the same commentary, of course, but it's fun to be in these spaces. So Sorbonne University. Let's go check out how the Cluny is doing because I know some of you are interested in that. Let's see, let's find a nice view of the Cluny. Still under some renovation. But it's nice they took the time to have this signage painted on the temporary structure. Ellen Betancourt says this is such a sweet little parklet. I like that word, parklet. I've never used that word before. Well, this is for you, Ellen, an extra view of the parklet. Or maybe you're talking about the other one. You're talking about the Renaissance one that's tucked away in the back. Maybe we can grab a look at that one at that one as well. Let's wrap around. Get off the sidewalk here. Little lady up there. So yeah, Alan, you may have been talking about this parklet here. Which is lovely. Little alleyway that's attached to another Renaissance garden that they've been working on. Hopefully they're going to reopen the Renaissance garden section. But here you've got some benches, a lot of people stopping there for their lunch break and stuff. Good stuff. Oh, I want to show you a relatively new Space Invader installation that I think is very apropos, and I think you'll definitely know, you'll recognize what it's about. No need to say more, I think. It's pretty self-explanatory. Alluding to the absolute crappiness of the year 2020. This is a one-way street, so I guess we're going this way. Ooh, it's starting to feel like a Kaiba painting. We're back on the Boulevard Saint-Germain. This is Place Maubert. I know some of you are already starting to book trips to Paris now, which is so fun. So hopefully this is getting you even further into the mood. We're going to try to cross over. Pop ourselves onto Ile Saint-Louis. Lois Heist says, whoever's not in the mood, raise your hand. We'll kick your butt out of here. Oh yeah. Okay, folks, we are essentially back at the park where we started. So I think that's probably a good way to end this episode. Yeah, we're well over an hour now, so I guess it's time to wrap things up. Full circle, as Jennifer Robinson says. Thanks to all the familiar names that showed up today. I really appreciate the continued support. And thanks to everybody who fired off a super chat today and who just continues to keep. I'm having some connection issues, so maybe we should just wrap it up there. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up, folks, because the signal is kind of choppy here. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, If you're a freak, stay tuned for our private Zoom meeting on Sunday. I'll be sharing the details of that. Take care, everybody, and appreciate the support. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.